Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your mindfulness meditation on Friday, June the 4th. So as I'm waiting for those of you who are early birds and are popping on, just getting yourself settled. As always, we kind of do a little bit of fusion of different things, combining our mindfulness meditation, sometimes with mantra meditations, thanks to Suzanne, and sometimes we are combining affirmations and intentions and just different things to bring us down different pathways. Depending on what we have coming up for the rest of today, what we have coming up for the weekend. Welcome. Thank you for putting that good morning in. That way, Mom, I know that I am live. So welcome, Sharon and Mom and Linda. Welcome. Vicky is in the house as well. So as you're settling in, we are combining our mindfulness meditation this morning with a little bit of thought work. And whether we are talking about a statement, an affirmation, an intention, being careful not to get too much thinking, get into too much thinking about the difference between a statement and an affirmation and an intention. We're just going to play this morning with thoughts and perhaps statements out loud that affect our feelings. So really noticing the connection and noticing the power that we have with our thoughts. And when we combine that with our meditation, with the time that we are putting aside for our self-care, it is extremely powerful. And it doesn't take a lot of time, and it will stay with you during the day, at least for today. And my hope is carry on into the weekend. And actually, every time you play with this, wonderful. Every time you play with this, every time you are sometimes challenging your thoughts or suggesting to your mind the type of thought that you might want to consider, we are changing things. We are changing our brain. And how cool is that? So making yourself comfortable, good morning, Yvonne. It doesn't have to be seated cross-legged on the floor, that is for sure. You can prop yourself up in any way that you're comfortable so that you know that you can stay with this morning. So we're going to start right with when we woke up this morning, our eyes open, and it's really interesting actually to notice that first thought that pops into your mind when you open your eyes. And remember, the brain is trying to look after us. That's its job. The primitive brain is to look for danger, to have us be aware of something that might go wrong so that we are ready. So let's just say that our brain and that thought that pops in first thing in the morning may not always be the most positive. But we can hack that. We can absolutely change that. So as we think about even right now, so it's still early, 7 a.m. in the morning, what we have is we have a circumstance. We have a situation of perhaps, and I'm going to use the example of last night. So we may have that circumstance of saying, I didn't sleep my 6 hours last night, or 7 hours, or 8 hours. And notice I'm not saying I didn't sleep well, because your circumstance, your situation is, there's no judgment. It's just neutral. I didn't sleep my 6 hours, or I didn't sleep my 7 hours, or whatever that was. So that's your circumstance. Now, your thought about that could be, oh my gosh, I'm going to be tired today. I have this to do and that to do, and I'm going to be tired. I'm just not going to be able to get things done. I'm going to be more sore. So sometimes if we're more tired, we're more sore. So that thought might be popping into your head, and then your feeling is, oh man, and sometimes a little bit more tired. It affects your actions during the day, right? Because sometimes if we have those less energetic thoughts, we're not apt to be motivated to do as much as perhaps we wanted to do. And the results are we don't get done what we want to get done, and then we get sometimes down on ourselves. So we see circumstance, thought, to feeling. That feeling affects our actions, and then it affects our results. It is such an amazing model. It applies to everything. So it applies to today. If you woke up and went, I have so much to do, just not even thinking about your sleep, but I've got lots to do today. Your thought is, there's not enough time and energy to get everything done that needs to be done today. And then you're demotivated. You do less is done. So you can apply that to levels of pain, any circumstance, how, as I said, how you slept, what's going on at work, what's going on at home, what's going on in relationships. It is the same model. We have the power to change our thoughts. I get so excited about that. So if you're thinking about it, as we come into our meditation this morning, and for those of you that are just popping on, welcome, Gail. We are going to hack our thoughts here a little bit. And listen, if you woke up and the sun is shining and you're like, fantastic, this or that, I'm going for it, that is your statement today. Okay, so we can use it in whatever way you woke up this morning. And so from here, making sure that you're nice and comfortable, we're going to use our breath as our anchor, as we always do with mindfulness meditation. And we're going to have a thought. So when you think of a circumstance, okay, you might have, again, lots to do, whether it's today or this weekend, or there's a situation. Okay, I'd like you to notice. I'd like you to, first of all, hone in on that. And then your thought, you are going to create your thought around that circumstance. And it could be, I'm rested enough to do what needs to get done today. I have enough energy, there's enough time to get done what needs to get done. Whether it's today, this weekend, the spring. And even those thoughts and statements like, this too shall pass, this all comes into the same category of thoughts. Because you notice, after you say this statement that is based on your thought, you notice how you feel. I'm rested enough. There is enough time. There is enough energy. I feel good today. Just let the thoughts come. And see if they can come into little statements, little mantras that you're going to come back to. And a little different, you might be saying, well, mindfulness meditation is letting go of my thoughts. But what we're doing is we are managing one particular thought that we're going to focus on. So I'm okay. There is enough time. There is enough energy. I'm rested enough. I'm looking forward to today. And if that statement changes for you as we move through, that's fine too. We are exploring, we are playing. So as we take our attention to our breath, and I'll guide you through this, when your attention leaves your breath, I'd like you to actually bring it to that thought. If your attention does not go to that statement or that thought, I'd like you to direct it there. And if you want to say it out loud, go ahead. And then bring your attention back to your breath. So from here, going to settle in. Again, not to worry if that statement, that phrase is not quite clear yet. Working through this, it becomes clearer. But right now, as we begin, I'd like you to feel the air coming in through your nose, out through your mouth to start. And your mouth gently closes, the air comes in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And as you continue along the mouth, gently closing on the inhalation, let the nose do its job. And as you exhale out through the mouth, feeling the air moving again through, around your mouth, your lips. You might be hearing your breath, feeling your breath. It may start to get a little bit longer as you settle with the rhythm. Relax your jaw, your eyes. Let your shoulders soften and sink away from your ears. And just notice when you naturally start to come to inhaling and exhaling through your nose, your mouth will stay gently closed. It's like those first few breaths are just a way to release any residual tension or tiredness. And then all of a sudden your body is ready to settle into a rhythm of inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And if you're not quite there yet, you feel like a couple more breaths through the mouth. And just playing with that. And as you keep your attention on your breath, if your mind wanders, and let's say it If it attaches on to your word, your phrase, just stay with that and bring your attention back to your breath. But if your attention wanders again to other thoughts, this is where you bring your statement in. You move your attention to that word, that phrase that calms or energizes or makes you feel good. You stay with that statement for a few breaths and then come back to feeling and hearing your breath, perhaps. You may want to exhale through the mouth again a couple of times just to anchor your attention back. And feel the temperature of the breath, where it is in your body. You may still be feeling it around your nose. You might be feeling it in the belly, the chest. Keep that softness around your eyes, your jaw, your throat. So your attention is either on your breath or your phrase, your mantra. It's going to support you for the rest of the day and into the weekend. And if there are any other thoughts that are trying to make their way in, just acknowledge them, let them go. Come back to your phrase, your support. And keep connecting this to your breath. with your breath and your phrase. And then slowly starting just to allow sounds to enter in. Whether it's birds outside or traffic or other voices in your house. Just invite those sounds into your awareness. The aromas could be essential oils or creams or coffee. Just inviting those in as well. And feeling the surface that you're sitting on. And starting to move a little bit. You might start to move your hands on your knees. You might start to stretch your fingers, your shoulders. And then when you're ready, I'm not quite ready to open my eyes yet, but getting close. And when you do start to open your eyes, and really drawing in, things intensify quite a bit from the beginning of our meditation to the end. So really drawing in that brightness, that lightness, and knowing that as we draw in and engage all of our senses, this is what energizes us as well. So anytime you're just feeling a little, take a moment, look around. What am I looking at? What am I smelling? What am I hearing? And you'll spark up right away. And know that as you move through the rest of today and into the weekend, that regardless of whatever else is going on in the world, it's all neutral. How crazy is that? Even this pandemic is neutral until we have a thought around it that creates a feeling that affects our actions and our results. We have the ultimate power and choice of what goes on in here. So, as we bring our hands together, namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today and for sticking with me Friday mornings, live or watching the recording. It is, I'm truly honored and very, very thankful. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and the weekend, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.